Hi there. I want to thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you are having an amazing day. I want to also thank those of you who come up to me at events and thank me for these videos. I hope that they're making an impact and you're really taking your life to the next level. In this series, we're going to talk about setting you up for success. And I want you to think about that. You're probably like, oh, Susan, I hear this all the time. I want to take a different spin on it. I read an article and they were talking about the preparation that athletes go through to qualify for the Olympics. The average Olympic athlete trains for 11 years before they go. Can you imagine 11 years training 6 hours a day, 6 days a week? A lot of them work jobs and they're preparing for this one moment in time. Think about the guys and gals who run the 100 meters. We're talking 10 seconds, 12 seconds, and they've trained for 11 years just to run a 10 to 12 second race. I mean, some of you, here's your challenge. You're setting goals and you're expecting instant gratification, but you haven't done the preparation to achieve the goal. Malcolm Gladwell, an amazing economist, talks about 10,000 hours and how it takes 10,000 hours to be great at anything. And you might be saying, oh my gosh, Susan, I don't have 10,000 hours. I have a physical need, I have a financial need, whatever it is for you. And so in this 3-part series, my goal for you is to help you prepare mentally and physically and emotionally to set you up for success. So whether it's going into a new year or going into a period of time where you really want to achieve, that's what we're going to do. So in this first part of the series, we're going to talk about habits and the habits that really help you get in the right headspace to achieve what you want to achieve. So the first thing is letting go of negative people. Now, I know to some of you that may sound obvious, but stay tuned. Don't go anywhere yet. You know, when I first decided that I want to be successful as an entrepreneur, I had a lot of doubters in my life, and some of them were my family. And you might be saying, well, Susan, you can't just cut out your family. And you're right. I don't believe in that. But it also is contingent on you. Just because someone's talking doesn't mean you have to listen to what they're saying. There are going to be a lot of unqualified people in your life who try and give you qualified opinions. People who've never made money as an entrepreneur trying to give you opinions on that. People who are unhealthy. I can think of one family member, not saying who is 50 pounds overweight and loves to give people, myself included, diet advice. I love that. So there are a lot of people, and they're either maybe well-meaning or not well-meaning. They're going to be in your life, but you know what? You need to let go. You need to not listen to them. And it's very important who you choose to surround yourself with. When I decided that I wanted to be successful, I made a concerted effort to get around people who were achieving in the areas I wanted to achieve in. And I'll tell you something, when the people around you have higher standards, eventually, if you hang out with them long enough, you too will raise your standards. So if you're carrying some extra weight and you want to get leaner, don't hang out with the people eating the Doritos and drinking the Pepsi. You want to hang out with the people who are getting their workouts in and doing the do, and eventually you will shift as well. If you want to make more money, stop hanging out with people who are complaining about money and start hanging out with people who have that possibility mindset. The second thing is 15 minutes a day of education. I see a lot of people and they go into something and they have no clue what they're doing and they wonder why they failed. It's one thing to say, hey, I want to be a realtor. But in addition to getting a real estate license, are you also studying the tricks and the trades of the best realtors out there? Or you might say, you know what, Susan, I want to lose weight. Are you studying the different methods and finding one that's going to work for you? If you have a business, are you studying every single day? Or maybe you want to grow a massive online brand. Are you training every single day? And I recommend as you go into this phase that you're training a minimum of 15 minutes every single day. Tony Hsieh, the founder of Zappos, one of my favorite entrepreneurs of all times, he says that he watches one YouTube video every morning on a subject he doesn't know anything about. It could be carburetors, it could be learning Italian, anything. And it's so powerful because the more we learn, the more tools we have in our toolbox that we can apply to those areas that we want to grow in. The next thing is visualization. A lot of you spend more time in your day thinking about all the things you don't want. And I was reading a study, and to my friends in the UK, I was reading a UK study that the average person in the UK spends 6 years of their life feeling stressed out and worried. I mean, think about it. So daily visualization, and that's why things like vision boards are powerful, because it's being able to look at something, and about 70% of us are visual learners, and have it trigger what it is that we want to internalize for ourselves. And I recently was speaking at Eric Worre's GoPro event, and Richard Branson was there, Tony Robbins was there. It was absolutely amazing. And Eric looked around this room. There were 20,000 people. There were 137 countries represented, including the live streamers. And someone had asked him recently, did you ever think it would get this big? And he said, absolutely, because I visualized it. You need to go there in your mind before you go there. Every athlete who ever gets on the podium spends a lot of time visualizing that result. They're not visualizing falling down in the race. They're not visualizing, doing the shot put, having the shot put fall out of their hand. They're visualizing the success, and that is really a key. The next thing is your getting started routine in the morning. And I have more suggestions for this on my blog, but very specifically, it's getting up early, time for prayer, meditation, get your exercise in, get yourself into a state that is so high energy, because I'll tell you, from a high energy state, that's the place that you're going to produce the best. If you get up, you're all low energy and you look at your phone, it's like scrolling Facebook, your Twitter feed, looking at Instagram, you waste a bunch of time doing that, you're not going to accomplish anything. And I can tell you, the billionaires on this planet don't roll out of bed and do that. They're getting up, they're in state, they're preparing. Now, eventually they might go do that, and they, might do whatever they do on social media, but it's your getting started routine is so key, because how you start your day is how you're going to live your day. And with the same sort of mindset, it's really your finishing day routine. And I teach my students in my Organize Your Life class that they are absolutely not allowed to look at screens for 1 hour before bed. And they're always telling me, oh, Susan, I'm sleeping better, I'm feeling better. So a great wind down routine, maybe do some journaling, some meditation, read a fiction book. Someone said to me, oh, Susan, you must only read personal development and business books. Yes, I've read hundreds and hundreds of those. I'm an avid reader, but I'll tell you something, a little James Patterson or whatever, absolutely. And if James Patterson, if you ever watch this, I love your books. Anyway, so I always read some fiction. I love great fiction. If you have suggestions for me, I'd love to hear them. And you know what? It's just a great way to wind down and have that really restful sleep. So I would encourage you to get your head on straight and go to my website, www.susansly.com. I have a meditation on there, a guided meditation called The Shift. There's a general shift. There's a shift for releasing weight. There's a shift for entrepreneurs. It's $3.97. It'll take you moments to download, and you can have this guided meditation. And the people who purchased it report they're feeling more relaxed. They're sleeping better. And, I'm not saying this is going to happen for everyone. One woman told me she gave up smoking after 14 years just because she was able to calm herself down and release the need to have a cigarette. So, hey, I'm so excited for her. So meditating and all of that stuff is really great to keep your head in check, getting ready for achieving what you want to achieve. My book, Organize Your Life, is available on Amazon and also on Susan Sly Books. If you want the physical copy of the book, go to susanslybooks.com. Check it out. It will help you tremendously. On social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, come find me. And lastly, my website is www.susansly.com. With that, there is a part 2 and a part 3 to this video series. And if you're just watching part 1, maybe 2 and 3 haven't been released yet. But if there are all 3 on YouTube, check it out. I'd love to hear your feedback. And again, visit my website, www.susansly.com. I'd love to hear from you. Go out and make it a great day.